What's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Well, this was an ugly one. You're watching the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Final score 19-8, but it looked a lot uglier than even that. I know. Chiefs win, and a win is a win. That's the first thing we're going to start with. The Chiefs got the victory. They are now 5-1 after losing their first game. 5 victories in a row. Chris Jones has had a sack in each one of those 5 games. Travis Kelce and Chris Jones being back on this team, well, they're 5-0 with those 2. Here's the problem. This offense just can't seem to get going. Now, I know that Mahomes has a good stat line once again. 306 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We're not going to mention that. It's just that was a dumb decision. That was probably one of the dumbest decisions I think I've seen Mahomes make in the entirety of his Kansas City career. Because guess what? He was going to go down for a sack. It would have been an extra field goal. This would have been, instead of 19-8, it would have been 22-8. Didn't matter? No. But this defense, it's the best defense in the NFL. I'm just going to say that right now. It's the best defense in the NFL. I know it's the Broncos. I know it's their offense. I know they suck. But the Russell Wilson being 13 for 22, 95 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions, it just is bad. But it was still 19-8 because this offense couldn't get going. There was nothing that could get going. Patrick Mahomes had 300 yards. Pacheco looked good. Kelce looked good. You didn't score more than 20 points. Give me one more reaction to this. Give me one reaction. Because maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's not that the Chiefs are underperforming. Maybe it's that our expectations are too high. Or maybe my expectations are too high. So I want you to get in the comments of today's video and give me a one-word reaction to the Chiefs' 19-8 win against the Broncos. Let me know in the comment section today. Get in there. Let me know because my word, ugly. Ugly. I started off the show with it. I'm going to say it again. This win was ugly. It was. I don't know what to say. First of all, it was a boring game. Second of all, you didn't do much. Third of all, it just looked overall pitiful on offense with the play calling, with the movement. And the funny thing is, I have that one word being ugly, yet Patrick Mahomes still had a good game. He had 306 yards. He had 1 touchdown, not 2. And he had 1 interception. Not what you would like. I just don't think this team could score in the red zone. I don't think they could just put the ball in the end zone. Besides that, 4 field goals. 4 field goals. You only score 1 touchdown. It was to Kadarius Toney at least, but you score 4 field goals. Am I being too harsh about this? I just don't know. 306 yards, 30 for 40 for Mahomes. Great game, but was it really a time that we look at and think, you know what, Mahomes, he Mahomes? Because I don't think we can say that. I tell you what we can say, though. The Chiefs got the win, and maybe I'm being too harsh. Let's celebrate right now. Let's take all the negatives. We're going to push that away. We're going to push the negative away, and we're going to sub for KC Dubs because ultimately the Chiefs are now 5-0 in their last 5 games. They lost the first game by 1 point. Since then, they've won every single game. Hit that sub button. You know why the Chiefs have won every single game? It's because you're subscribing. So hit that sub button. Sub for Chiefs and KC Dubs. We're on the road to 47,000. So hit that sub button today and join the Chiefs Report movement. Let's go to the wide receivers because guess what? They also had a pretty good game. Travis Kelce, 9 for 124. Rashee Rice, 4 for 172, no touchdowns. And Pacheco, that's where things get a little weird. 6 catches, 36 yards. He's not a receiving back. McKinnon is the receiving back, who, by the way, almost had a really good play besides the penalty and he stepped out of bounds. Otherwise, great play. Pacheco being a receiving back is just kind of odd. 4 catches for 72 yards for Rashee Rice. That's great. Keep using Rashee Rice. I love that. 9 for 124 for Kelce. That is impressive, and I think it shows how valuable Travis Kelce is to this team, and it kind of shows why they played him today. I got to be honest. I was thinking, don't play Travis Kelce. You don't need him this game. Obviously, they did. Game was too close for that. If you don't have Kelce here, I don't know what happens. He was a pivotal point in a couple of scoring drives. Man. Again, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe this offense was, stat-wise, good, and that was good enough. Well, it's time for you to let me know your opinion and let me know maybe I am being too harsh. Grade this Chiefs offense A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments of today's video. You gotta let me know because I'm just so confused. Now, I'm gonna give you my grade after this. Before that, I gotta tell you about GameTime. Now, GameTime is the only app that you need for your ticket buying experience. It's one of the most easy apps I've ever used, and you can get tickets into any event, sports, music, comedy, whatever you want. Guess what? GameTime has it. You shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to your next event. GameTime is going to allow you to not worry. They're going to give you the peace of mind, and you're going to be able to get excited for the event without having to worry about tickets. As GameTime, well, it takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Plus, GameTime is obsessed with finding ways to help you save money on tickets. And with their usable app and very user-friendly app, it makes it so easy to buy tickets with flash deals, zone deals, last-minute tickets. I mean, I tell you, I'm a guy who I don't like to plan stuff. I just want to go, go, go. And if I want to do something, I want to go find it right then and there. With GameTime, you can. I took 2 clicks, and boom, I got my tickets. And I get to see exactly what my seat is going to look like. Plus, for Chiefs Report watchers only, that's you. You can use code ChiefsChat and redeem code ChiefsChat for $20 off your first purchase on GameTime. Again, ChiefsChat, go to the redeem code section and put it in for $20 off your first purchase. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code ChiefsChat for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHIEFSCHAT, ChiefsChat, for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets at the lowest price guarantee. Here's my grade. C at best. It's a C at best. It's ultimately, here's the thing. Was this offense good? Stat-wise? Yes. Did this offense score? No. Against a team that had allowed 70 points to the Miami Dolphins, which you play, by the way, in 3 weeks, you can't be scoring 19 points in your home turf, your home field, in Arrowhead. 19 is just not acceptable. You know what is acceptable, though? This mother-fudging defense. Oh, my gosh. I know it's the Broncos, and I just said they're bad. But golly, this team has been absurd. 197 yards allowed. That's incredible. 4 yards per play, 82 passing yards, 115 on the ground. That was the big thing. 3 turnovers. 3. 2 interceptions, one of them on a tip pass. And here's the thing. 1 fumble recovery that ended the game. Willie Gay was the guy who recovered it. I think he's probably the star on the defense tonight. 5 tackles. He was in the backfield a lot. He had that fumble recovery, although technically the forced fumble, I think it went to Trent McDuffie, but it really should have gone to the dang Denver running back because he needed the ball out of his own arm. That just doesn't make sense. This freaking defense may be top 5 in the entire NFL, and I think it may be the top defense in the NFL when I thought it might be the other way around. This offense, maybe bottom tier. This defense, top tier. I thought it was going to be switched. I think we all thought it was going to be switched. That's not what's happening. Willie Gay was a great player on offense, but who was your overall MVP of this Chiefs versus Broncos game? Was it Travis Kelce? Was it Isaiah Pacheco? Was it Andy Reid? Was it Taylor Swift? Maybe she's the good luck. I don't know. 3rd game in attendance, she wins. They didn't show her as much, which I don't know if that was on Amazon, on the NFL, whatever. It doesn't matter. Chiefs win. It just is. It's infuriating when the MVP could be someone else, not even there. But I mentioned one guy who could be the MVP. Again, let me know in the comments who yours was. I mentioned Andy Reid. And its reason is I mentioned him because he's not the MVP. Andy, Big Red. Stop calling dumb plays. Stop. I'm just tired of it. Who runs on a 3rd and 1 a read option with your wide receiver when you have Patrick Mahomes? I'm tired of it. I love Andy Reid to death. I think he's probably the greatest coach on the NFL or in the NFL right now. But how are you calling another gadget play on 3rd and 1 when it hasn't worked all season? Stop. Just stop calling dumb plays. Just stop. That's all I have to say. Let's take a deep breath and let's look at next week, because I think that's what we got to do. You get 2 players back. You get Rashee James, who's coming off IR, and you get Charles Omenihu, who is coming off his 6-game suspension. Now, let's first look at this wide receiver depth chart to see if Rashee James even fits. Now you see him there on the bottom as injured reserve. You have 7 wide receivers with Montrell Washington. And Washington tonight, he was a pretty good returner. Did muff one ball, but jumped right back on top of it, which is more than freaking Rashee James could say. He muffed a ball during the Jaguars game and lost it. What do the Chiefs do? Do they put Rashee James back on IR? Maybe he's not ready to go. I know that technically Justin Watson hurt himself this game with his right wrist. Could he maybe go on IR? Do you keep Montrell Washington? Do you put Montrell Washington back on the practice squad? Here's my thing with Rashee James. You don't need him. There's not really a spot for him. He wasn't really performing in the wide receiver game. The main reason he was on the staff was because of his return ability. Well, that's kind of gone when you got Montrell Washington, who, by the way, played against his former team. He was a Bronco. Looked pretty good against the Broncos. I would rather him be the return man than Rashee James. That's just what I think. I don't know. The other name, though, I think you do need him. Charles Omenihu, who looked really good last year with the 49ers. 20 tackles, 4.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pass breakup. 17 games. He's just going to add another layer of depth to this defensive line, which I think is the best defensive line in all of football. And now you get a guy who has been proven his success. You get a guy who has looked good with the San Francisco 49ers. Now he gets a chance to be on the Chiefs, gets a chance to play in his first game with the Red Kingdom against the Chargers. He's had that suspension. Now he gets to come back. Hopefully he plays well. But I got to be honest, the hype around Omenihu was great in the preseason. But now that we're 6 games in, we've seen this defense, we've seen how good it is. Are you still that hyped? Let me know how excited you are for Charles Omenihu's return on a scale of 1 to 10. Get in the comments below because I want to know what the excitement level is. There's probably going to be a dang YouTube ad break. I know I can't control it. I wish I could, but let me know in the comments below, how excited are you for Charles Omenihu's return next week against the Chargers? Okay, like the video if you love the Chiefs. And I'm going to stay right here and say this. Was I harsh on the Chiefs today? I was. Was this probably one that I maybe should have talked up as the Chiefs won and to leave it at that? Maybe it was. But here's the thing that I'm going to say, and I'll leave you with this. The Chiefs have expectations greater and far than any other team in the NFL. And when the Broncos are as down bad as they have been, and you come in a big game on a big night, and you don't play up to expectations, you're just letting the NFL know that maybe you don't care. Maybe that is, maybe I'm wrong, but either way, a dub is a dub. We're going to take that, we're going to run, and you got the Chargers next week with Brandon Staley, who does not know how to coach a football team. Go in, get the victory next week, figure out what you can do. You get a little bit of extra time with this Thursday game. Now you get some extra breaks, get the weekend, get a whole week. Come back next Sunday and be ready to face the Chargers, another divisional foe. Get the win. Like the video if you love the Chiefs. We appreciate you making this far. I know this is a doozy one of a video, and if you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Hit that like button, and it helps me show support to the channel. And overall, it's going to grow the Chiefs Report Kingdom, so make sure you're punching that like button right now. We really, really, really appreciate you right now. All right, that's it for today. Peace out, Chiefs Kingdom. We'll see you in another video.